All right, a new report from the website The Intercept appears to have led to the arrest of a federal government contractor named Hannity Winner. Now, when making the announcement yesterday, the Department of Justice did not specify what Winner is accused of leaking or which news outlet she allegedly leaked the information to, but the DOJ statement was released about an hour after The Intercept published its report. And according to the article, which cites a leaked NSA document, Russian intelligence, military intelligence, allegedly launched a cyber attack against a voting software supplier and sent phishing emails to over 100 election officials. Now, of course, some liberals hyperventilating in the destroyed Trump media, they are jumping on this and purposefully mischaracterizing all of this. And you know what? They are once again lying to you, the American people. They are claiming it's a smoking gun that Russia changed actual vote tallies. Now, take a look, for example, at this headline from Newsweek. Who won the election? NSA report suggests Russia might have hacked voting system. Now, here's the problem. If you actually take the time and read the leaked NSA document, it does not draw any conclusions about the potential impact of so-called Russian interference on the outcome of the 2016 election. Even a columnist for Bloomberg is pointing out that the media is not telling you the truth about what is truly and really going on here. Now, the headline reads, "The leaked NSA report is being read backward." Now, in it, he makes great points, which we verified. And according to the Intercept's report, Russian hackers did target a voting software company that is called VR Systems. Now, what liberals and members of the Destroy Trump propaganda media will not tell you is that 7 of the 8 states that use VR systems, they include the following: California, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, New York, North Carolina, West Virginia, they use paper-based systems. And the 8th state, Virginia, is mostly paper-based. So if they hacked into this company, okay, it's all paper-based, so, well, that would not have made a difference in the outcome of the election. Wow, truth matters. And more importantly, in the key swing states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, they don't use VR systems at all. So let's use logic and common sense. If Russia really was going to hack the elections through this system, wouldn't they have targeted the key swing states? Now, if that does not blow the Russia conspiracy theory completely out of the water that you're being fed today, well, there's also this. Back in January, while testifying before Congress, the former director of national intelligence, James Clapper, said that Russia election interference did not have any impact of actual vote tallies. Watch him.
First, we cannot say they did not change any vote tallies or anything of that sort.
Yeah, I'm just talking.
We had no way of gauging the impact that certainly the intelligence community can't gauge the impact it had on choices the electorate made.
Now, the former FBI director, James Comey, and the current director of the NSA, Admiral Mike Rogers, have also said the same thing. Now, on top of that, we also have the former director of national intelligence, Clapper, and several prominent Democrats admitting, we have played this before, no smoking gun that they have seen, no evidence whatsoever, in spite of thousands of hours of black helicopter, tinfoil hat conspiracy coverage of Russia collusion. What's the Democrats and the security intelligence agencies tell you directly?
Have you seen anything that suggests any collusion between the Russians and the Trump campaign?
Well, there's an awful lot of smoke there, let's put it that way. People that might have said they were involved, to what extent they were involved, to what extent the president might have known about these people or whatever. There's nothing there from that standpoint that we have seen directly linking our president to any of that.
The last time we spoke, Senator, I asked you if you had actually seen evidence of collusion between the Trump campaign and the Russians, and you said to me, and I'm quoting you now, you said, not at this time. Has anything changed since we spoke last?
Well, no, it hasn't.
I know we need to go soon, but just to be clear, there has been no actual evidence yet.
No, it has not been.
Okay.
No, it has not been.
At the time I left, I did not see any smoking gun certitude evidence of collusion.
Is there any evidence of collusion that you have seen yet? Is there?
Listen, there is a lot of smoke. We have no smoking gun at this point.
Now that we've once again, I don't think anyone else in the media does this, we have shot down these pathetic attempts to smear President Trump. I want to now ask some very serious questions about this alleged leaker. Okay, why did this 25-year-old that's named Reality Winner ever have access to this kind of information in the first place? Now, according to reports about her social media posts, well, okay, she's very political, a huge Bernie Sanders supporter who hates the President Donald Trump. She also reportedly tweeted that, quote, being white is terrorism. And she also allegedly vowed to stand with the Iranians. And what's even more shocking is that the NSA, well, they may overlook certain red flags in favor of people who have, well, okay, particular skills like Reality Winner. And according to a report, she was apparently fluent in languages that are spoken in Iran and Afghanistan. And according to Matthew Aid, an intelligence historian who spoke to the NBC News, quote, the vast majority of people who do the National Security Agency's intercept work, who translate and analyze, most of them are fresh out of high school. High school? Are you kidding me? And then he continued, there are thousands and thousands of 18 to 21-year-olds doing critically important and secret work around the world. So, apparently the NSA doesn't care about your background. As long as you have certain abilities, you can get top security clearance in this country. Wow. Now, here's my opinion. Reality Winner is a very small fish in the deep state pond. And let me make a point here, and I think it needs to be raised. And as for the liberals out there, I'm asking questions. These questions need to be asked. And one of the itsy-bitsy, teeny-weeny problems that we have in all of this, do you remember WikiLeaks? Remember what they revealed in Vault 7? And by the way, what Vladimir Putin claimed just the other night? According to information that WikiLeaks released about the CIA and the tactics they used, they did this back in March, the spy agency has a database of malware that was created by other countries. In other words, they can disguise their own hacking attempts and make it look like a foreign country and foreign actor carried it out, put their fingerprints on their own attack. That's something we've got to think about. And in an interview over the weekend with NBC, well, the Russian president, Vladimir Putin, he actually said the same thing. Take a look at this.
I haven't seen even once any direct proof of Russian interference in the presidential election in the United States. What could be easier in this day and age than using all the technical means at the disposal of the intelligence services and using those means to organize some attacks and then pointing the finger at Russia? We don't care who's the head of the United States. We know more or less what is going to happen. And so in this regard, even if we wanted to, it wouldn't make sense for us to interfere.
Now, do I trust Vladimir Putin? No. Nobody does. Former KGB guy. But here's the important part. WikiLeaks has been saying the same thing. Now, WikiLeaks, like them or not, they have not been proven wrong once, not one time in 11 years. So, could it be possible, and we don't have all the information at this point, it'll include a deeper dive on our part and the parts of others, but I want to be very clear here. I would argue, and this is important, 99.9% of those that do work in our intelligence community, I believe, are good people. They're patriotic Americans. They're brave. They work to keep us safe in a very evil, dark, and dangerous world. They have nothing to do with any of this deep state stuff. But the big problem we have in this country is this. We have deep state, selective leaking that is designed by some in power that clearly want to hurt, and I would argue even take down the President of the United States and overturn the election that you voted for last November. You have these Obama holdovers. You have, for example, if this young woman is a minnow, then you have the deep state sharks at the top of the food chain that would be orchestrating this sabotage and misuse of our intelligence community. We need to find out who they are. They need to go and be removed because they're hurting the country and they're purposely advancing their own political agenda and weaponizing the use of intelligence that only should be used for our security. Now, also tonight, ABC News is reporting that James Comey, is testifying Thursday before Congress, will, quote, stop short of saying that President Trump obstructed justice. By the way, that's a smart move for the former FBI director because, as we've been telling you, he was never going to say that. You want to know why? Take a look at the side of your screen. As my friend, colleague Greg Jarrett pointed out, if Comey thought Trump did anything wrong back in January, oh yeah, he would have broken those two laws because he had a legal obligation to come forward and tell people. And by the way, on May 3rd, well, James Comey also said it never happened. So he'd be contradicting himself. Also, earlier today, President Trump wished Comey good luck on Thursday.